Bengals and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Only one team will keep the winning waves going to start the season as we're off in week 2. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him.
On 2.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Gun. Start.
Burrow setting up the play action. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Let's go now.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
11, Thomas. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Brought in by Chase near the sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, MT, take. 12. Stop.
Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. Room to the right. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead right away. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's out a little short of the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Goff back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He lost the football. And now the Bengals have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go. Stop.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take him down right along the 30. 9 yards on that tote, and now a much different fourth and short decision than a moment ago.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Trying for it with Burrow. He finds him beyond the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
On first down, here's Burrow. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell at the INT. And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, it's Gibbs. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Another one for Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. He gets 6 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
2 for 66.
Off play action. Call. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions parlay the interception into points. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Fox now to kick this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. He's contained at the line for no gain. That was Max Melton who hauled him down there. call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Get set. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Got.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Here we go.
Man in motion here.
Got.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This is hauled in by T. Higgins. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. And they send a man in motion. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Design bootleg here. Headed out right. Completed to his running back. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin.
Here we go.
They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Nice run across the 15. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Bengals take a second quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Khalif Raymond to return it. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's 8 yards for the gain, and that narrows it to just 5 yards needed on 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
5. Ric Flair.
Goff now on third down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. The Lions readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. 65 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Bengals football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
On first down, they'll run. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Stop.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left.
Stop.
2nd and 8. He's on the move. Completes this one to Chase. Decent gain here, but short of the first. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Stop.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
On one, ready?
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Let's get set. Stop.
Brown on the inside give. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. New set of downs for him from the 46.
11. Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Get set.
Working quickly here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Lions' 27-yard
Here's 2nd and 11. Finds his man Chase. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Stop.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go. Stop.
Trying to push this past the marker. He's across the 20, still going. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take a 13-point lead. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. And look at this return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Got super.
They go play action with Goff. Laporta with the grab. And he gets him around 6 there. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Louis. What?
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
What? One's orange. Super. 5. Is that?
From the gun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Jack Fox on to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. It's fielded at the 14. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. New series coming up following the punt. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Higgins, the man in motion right.
Hot.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Here we go. In the huddle.
Offense in the hurry up here.
11 MT.
At the 25-yard line.
Hot.
Jukes one defender. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35.
Dot.
They'll try it right with Brown. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
12. Dot.
Play action now, Burrow. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Let's go.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. He gets the 1st and more inside the 20. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Bengals get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break.
Norway. Listen. Average ball.
He'll throw it. Looking for a target. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Obama. Hold on. Check. What's that?
Throwing is gone. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Go, 12, go. 14. Hey, lift. 76, tell him. 76. Turbo.
Goff on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team on the field. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. Fair catch made here at the 30. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's get set. Dot.
Now Burrow. Catch made by All. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
11,
Offense up to the line fast. Here's 2nd and 14. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Here's Jake Camarda to send it skyward on 4th down. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Hey, 76! 76! 76! Hard ball! Fourteen! Shot!
To the air, 3rd and long. Throw complete to Williams. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Pass complete to Gibbs. It's a race down the right side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Cut near the goal line. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone. Throwing again, it's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference and pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Bates' kick is up and good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return starts from the goal line. He loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire.
And in for the Detroit touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Fox now to kick this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he'll be just shy of getting to at least the 20. Bit of a short return as he's out at the 19.
On 2, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11.
Motioning Chase left. Burrow out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. A give left side for Gibbs. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. He finds Laporta. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Goff on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 1. He fires one deep down the right. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Jordan Battle with the INT.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protect.
And they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back-to-back carries here. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
11, Thomas.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's get set. 11. Stop.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down.
Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Lions have some new life in the 4th. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Working quickly here.
Hold on. Check. Maverick.
1st down throw from Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the red zone now. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
The running back gets it on the draw. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals only up by a few. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. Connecting on the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Stop.
Got a man, it's Gesicki. And this one does not go far. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
12, 12, 12.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Got his target, it's Higgins. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low ceiling play,
11,
but a
90,
reliable
11,
source
90.
of yardage.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Looking to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Lions have some new life in the fourth.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
He'll look to throw it. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Third and 4 coming up now.
Tiger, Tiger.
To throw. He's got it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. Gibbs will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's second and goal.
Here we go.
Now try Gibbs again. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions take a 4-point lead. Fox now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Setting up to pass. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
On one, ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. Completes this one to Chase. And he stops the clock and moves the chains. 14 seconds to go. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play.
Here we go.
Just like that.
Here he is to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Stop.
To throw again, it's Burrow. It's intercepted. That will do it. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him. Seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling. It's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.